Hiya, Lorree here. Welcome back. I have a super exciting video for you guys today. I have an absolutely massive vintage ephemera haul. So it's kind of came in dribs and drabs, so I've been desperate to get into it, but I have held off. I have been good and waited to go through it all with you guys. I do actually have some items still left to come, but I thought I'll just do that in another haul because this is already ridiculous. So yeah, grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and a snack because this is probably going to be a very long one. I'm listening out for the door at the same time as I'm waiting on a courier coming, so I may have to pause midway. Hopefully I can get through the video before they arrive, but we'll just see. So the majority of this is from eBay, but I do have some things from Etsy as well, and I'll point those out as I go. But the majority is from eBay, and it is all vintage, authentic vintage or antique items that I've ordered to start putting in the shop. I want to be putting sort of ephemera bundles, true ephemera bundles together in the shop. So I've got a lot of items that are very similar or the same sort of idea, but just never mind that. Let's just get into it because I'm so excited. So I've got some things off at the side to kind of like pack them away as I go. I'm still waiting on a authentic vintage trunk coming. Well, it looks more like a suitcase, but it's listed as a trunk, and I'm hoping to put my papers in that because at the moment I actually have nowhere to put them. So we're just kind of winging it. And I've got a couple of tins and stuff at the side to put photographs and things like that in it, but let's just go because I'm too excited. So as you can see, this one is from eBay. A lot of it came from the same seller, but the majority did come from different sellers. Got a pair of scissors. I have opened all the boxes for obviously convenience, but I haven't opened everything inside them, obviously. So I'm just going to pop this box. I'm going to have one heck of a mess to tidy when I'm done. So these are vintage photo slides. Put this box to the side as well. Some boxes will have items in it that came in like separate envelopes that I just kind of popped in the box for convenience, but the majority of things are in their original packaging. Oh, these are so pretty. So these are definitely going to be going into my vintage ephemera packs. I want to put a decent amount, like 3 or 4 in each pack, so I have gone a bit crazy buying these. I do actually have more on the way. I'm going to grab my wee tin actually. So I've got this shortbread tin that I'm going to be putting I'm going to be putting the vintage slides into. I'm going to grab a bit of fabric, I think, though, just to kind of cushion it. So give me a second. So I've just grabbed a tea towel, and I have cleaned this, but I swear, because there's still stuff like crumbs down there, every time I close it, I open it, and there's still more crumbs that kind of pop up. So I'm going to have to get in there with like a toothpick or something. But for now, I'm just going to have to pop that like that. And then we can open these. So I do have a bunch of these. I've got like about 500 of these guys. And they're all like scenery. I can't really show you them on the camera because that just wouldn't work. But hopefully, I've got my light down here, so hopefully you can kind of see what they are. Oh, that one's lovely. Kind of want to automatically put my hand behind this, but that wouldn't work. So obviously I'm not going to show you them all because we would be here till next week or next month possibly. But yeah, oh, they're so pretty. I cannot wait to actually have a proper look at these. I'm going to be making some journals at some point. I'm currently working on a custom order, and then I have a very, very patient customer waiting for a custom order after that one is finished. And then I'm hoping that I will maybe get some vintage journals made up. Got a big hole in this bag. I don't think they're all going to fit in my tin. I think I was a bit wrong about the amount I had. Yeah, so I don't think this is going to work, Lorree. No! Okay, so I'm going to open this one and kind of just pop it on the top, and then I'll figure out... Actually, I'll just leave it in the bag and pop it like that, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing next. Okay, bubble wrap for days. You know what, Lorree? You might have been onto something about going through this and organising it beforehand. I'd shared a couple of pictures with my good friend Lorree that I'm sure you all know by now. And she was like, yeah, you should probably go through it and organise it for the video. And I was like, no, I'll just wait and go through it with everybody. Yeah, you were right. This is going to be a mess. But okay. It'll be a fun mess. Okay? Let's pop that off to the side. And this. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're so pretty. So I'm pretty sure that these are deeds or like something of that sort. And there are so many, like, oh my goodness. I honestly can't even wrap my mind how many there are here. So this is a draft of something. This conveyance, don't know. And then we've got a receipt here. Oh wow, look, it's got the original oh my gosh, the words escaped me, but you guys know what this is. The thingamabob, the Doobie Firkin. Oh, and it's got a pin. I actually thought that was a staple, but it's not. It's actually a pin that's been put in place here to hold everything together. I think in one of my previous videos I actually mentioned that because they didn't have paper clips, they would do that. They would pop a pin through or even just tie a bit of thread through it. Obviously they must have had these guys where you pull the legs apart, which I didn't know that. But yeah, they had like sewing pins that they would use, and look how beautifully rusted that is, and you can see the rust on the paper as well. And just look at all the beautiful aging on the edges, and oh my goodness. And this is a lovely like stone grey colour. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera or not. And then this one's actually blank, so I could probably even put that in a journal as a page. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring myself to use these now that I'm looking at them. But I will do my best to try and possibly scan a bunch and maybe put it up as a kit for you guys to download so that you can use them as well. But it just depends, because there's a lot here. I don't know if I'll be able to get that all up in one thing. Land agents. So it's obviously about buying land or selling land, possibly. I've got another one here. This one's from 1928. I don't know if I read the 1928 as well. It's the 20th of July. And this is in Manchester. They're just so amazing. And they're deeply creased. They don't want to open on me. And again, a blank page at the back. I'm assuming that must be for like notes or something, if it's being sent to a lawyer. Let me pop these back in here just now. $19.20 again. Brad, that's what they're called, a Brad. It just came to me there. And again, this is Manchester, so they're all from Canyon to Best. I don't know if that's a company or a solicitor. Solicitors, so it's like a lawyer. Here in the UK they're called solicitors. Well, more down in England they're called solicitors. These are so cool. And they're all kind of like textured paper. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but they all have, some are like linen laid and some are just like, I don't know how to describe it, but they feel very textured. I just had an avalanche. I'm back. I don't know if you heard that big clunk, but that was my boxes, you know, taking a dive. Getting some exercise. So yeah, these look to be all from the same company, or the same solicitor that is. And around the same year, so 1928. This one feels a lot more fragile, like thinner paper. I love that it's got like little like pencil marks. £5%, £3, 10%. B. Can't really read that. But that is so cool. And then we've got like, I think it's like onion paper, onion skin paper. I haven't actually felt onion skin paper, but it has that kind of look. So I don't know what that is. I don't think it's meant to be on it. There we go. So this one is 1929 and it's a mortgage. Oh, and this one's been bound. Can you see that? The green thread there? I've actually bound it. This mortgage between Elaine Jackson and Emma Jackson. Both of 16 Brook Avenue, Hyde, in the Coy of Chester Spinsters. Oh my goodness. That's a really horrible name for a street. But okay then. Oh, this is a small part of the page that's been kind of glued on. That is so cool. I've got some blank pages there as well. And I didn't actually get to the first page, did I? No. And what is this? This one's really chunky. It's got a bunch of stuff tucked inside it. So again, this has been bound. Let's see what's the stuff that's been tucked inside first. Oh, look at that. I was doing stamping and I got black on my nails, by the way, if you're wondering what that is. It's not from this. I got it off everywhere else. Oh no, I've still got a little bit there. But the very tips for some reason are really black. I don't know what these are. Oh, this one's really faded. Oh, it's like a to-do list. It's a little to-do list. Points for completion. So they've put a little list of things that they need to get done. And I don't know what this one is again. Maybe a letter, a typed letter. It's a conveyance. And it's the 4th of July, 1928 again. I think they put the second there and then realised that they got it wrong, or maybe they started it on the 2nd and then went back to it on the 4th. This is just a little note to tell them what's inside everything. probably not going to go through absolutely everything in this box because it seems to be very similar, and I don't want to be here till next week with you guys. I like to get into the other boxes as well. So I'll probably go through this one and then just like kind of take the other ones out and show you. This one's got stamps on it. Look at the edge of that. That's so cool. Thought there was another page there, but there's not. It feels so sturdy as well. Normally, aged items, you'll feel that delicacy to them, where they feel very like they're going to break if you are too rough with them. These are actually really sturdy, considering they're from almost 100 years ago. Look at that beautiful writing. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can't understand it or read it, but it's still pretty. Look at that. That is like art. And again, we've got one of those pins. This one actually hasn't aged that much. A little tiny note. Oh, look at that. That's cool. That blue paper. Sorry about that. My camera stopped filming. I've had to go delete some stuff, so hopefully that won't happen again, because otherwise we're never going to get through this. Oh my goodness, they're so crazy. It does not want to open. There we go. Oh, goodness. So this looks like a terms and conditions booklet, which, I mean, kudos to them for keeping a hold of it, because, like, who does nowadays? I wonder if they actually read it all. Has anyone actually read the entirety of a terms and conditions area? Let me know. I don't think I've ever. I think maybe once or twice, but very, very rarely, if ever, do I read the terms and conditions. Which is bad, I know. So yeah, these all seem roughly the same idea, which is awesome. So it's going to take me a minute to go through all those. So I'm going to pop those to the side for now. Oops. Stuck to the envelope. And we'll open this one. So obviously this one's a little bit smaller. And again, this one was from eBay. I've got a little bucket on my desk here, and I don't know who I'm trying to fool by trying to put all of that in there. It's literally just usually to grab my string ends and stuff when I'm packing up orders. So this is a receipt book. Which I'd never heard of until I got this. So I'm assuming rather than getting a receipt with a shop, what they would do is sign your book. on the date that you bought something. Or maybe it's for the same item, like the same store. I don't know. Let me know if you know. Would you get one of these for each store that you would frequently buy things from? Or would you just have a normal one book and you would take it to every store? It's got instructions, I'm assuming, at the back. Very cool. It's got a big cross in it, so I'm assuming that means it's no longer in use. Your national insurance card. Oh my goodness. Is this a booklet actually? Whoa, that is so cool. I mean, obviously, when you get your national insurance card through the mail, it's literally just a little card nowadays. But it used to be this. National health and insurance, pension insurance. Maybe not actually. This might be someone's record of their health insurance. Yeah, because it's got the employee's contribution at the back there. And a record of contributions. So, yeah, it's their pension and health insurance, which is quite cool that it's wrapped up into one. I love the colour of this. And this is a medical card. So I'm assuming it'll have any medication or rather any illnesses that they have on it, so that if something happens to them when they're out and about, they can check this. Just kind of like what we have today if you're diabetic or things like that. And this is a vitamin token book. So this person was really taking care of themselves. Orange juice, 1 bottle. Each token on the sheet can be used at any welfare foods distribution centre to obtain 1 bottle of orange juice. That's pretty cool. The second page there actually. 1 vitamin tablet or cod liver oil. Lovely. And I've got a letter here, which I'll open at the end, I think. So this is a certified copy of an entry of birth. So a birth certificate. I'm assuming. So witness my hand, the 25th day of October 1920. Edmund Ashcroft. So I don't know if that's the person who was born. Oh no, wait, birth. And the no, that's where it was. County. When and where they were born. The name of any. It says Charles Thomas. So he was a boy. Name and surname of father. Oh, scandalous. It's Charles Mokes, so he's not got the same second name as his father. Ooh, that would have been scandalous for the day. Rank or profession of the father, my goodness. Name and maiden or surname of the mother. So she's called, so I don't know who this is then. Unless that's just his first name, Charles Thomas. Or Charles, and then Thomas is his middle name, because her name is Mokes as well, formerly known as Ashton. And he is something of House of Flesh. Lovely. I'm assuming that must be a butcher or something. When they were registered, 4th of May 1865. That must have been when they were married, I'm assuming. I have no idea. But it's pretty cool. Got another letter here, or another envelope at least. I don't know if there is anything in the envelopes, but we will find out in a wee while. Ministry of Pension and National Insurance. So their national insurance number. This number should be quoted in any correspondence about the claim. So I don't know if this was the original way you would get your national insurance number. Because their number is right there. LW938081D. Another certified copy of an entry of death. Oh no. So he was 62 when he died. Charles Thomas, is that not the same person? Yeah. Oh. So he died when he was 62. That's sad. Well, I mean, it's a good age, kind of. For then, it's a good age, but still, this one is very delicate. And this is the certificate of registry of birth. So this would be their birth certificate, I'm assuming then. Yeah, I think this is the birth certificate. Circle template. Alright. Another time saver template. So it's a circle template. I'm really not sure what this would have been used for. If you know, let me know below, because I'm fascinated. But it's very cool nonetheless. I like the envelope as well. It's very cool. Very aged, and obviously it's ripped here. But I like it. It's quite sturdy, even though it is ripped. You can feel that it's made of good quality paper. A trading book. This is like a magazine, I'm assuming. It's like got a lot of advertisements in it. For just pretty much everything. So yeah, it seems like something you would maybe pick up at the train station or something and just kind of thumb through it while you're traveling. Personal accident insurance. And then another envelope. And this has got more envelopes inside. So let's see here. Does this have anything? Oh, that's 2 envelopes. And there's nothing inside that one. I don't think there's anything in this one either. Nope. I don't think there's anything in any of them actually. But they're very cool. This one seems like it would probably be for like a birthday card. Oh my goodness, that one's ripped right down there. Yeah, so there's nothing in those, but they're still very cool. Let's see what is in here. Don't think there is anything. Nope. I like it. It's very cool. And, oh, we do have something in this one. It's so crazy to me to think that this was just the normal way of communicating. So, like, when I send a letter, if you've seen my pen pal with me, you'll see that it's like 5 or 6 pages long. But this was like a text message, so they would just send like a little piece of paper and it would have whatever written on it, and it would probably reach them later that day, because the post was delivered 3 or 4 times a day back then. So the odds are this might have been sent in the morning and they could have had a reply within the day, which is so cool, considering obviously it was all done through the mail system that we now get on our it gets on our nerves because it takes so long. They had it down pat. They did it really well. And you can see this has actually got a watermark on it. Basildon Bond. I don't know if that's a company or what, but that is what is watermarked onto the paper. And then we've got a postcard. That is so cool. So that's everything that was in that package. So I've got 2 boxes here as well. Again from eBay. This one's well wrapped up. Oh, these are my flashcards. So we've got addition, subtraction, and multiplication. I'm obviously not going to open them all, but I will open this one since it's already ripped slightly. They're a bit glossy, which I wasn't expecting, but I prefer the white side to the blue side. But yeah, so they seem more modern than what I was expecting. I was told vintage, but I guess some people have a different perspective of what vintage is. But yeah, I've got those 3 packets. I do have other ones that I'll probably like more. Oh, I'll put those down there the minute. And we have more of my photo slide thingamabobberies. Let's see. We've got some more nature images on these. This one's a church graveyard. Pathway with a building. This one's got a family, a woman and 2 children. Pretty house with a lovely garden. A lovely cottage. I really don't know if you are seeing these. I can't really tell because I can't see the camera all that well. But hopefully you're getting to be able to see some of the images. So I did end up just popping them back in this box here. This was the box that the first lot came with. So I've just popped them back in there now, just because the tin just was not going to cut it. So I'm probably going to have to actually buy something to keep these in. Because I have, I think I've got another lot of them to open. And I've still got about 300 coming. So, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with that tin. I kind of missed some days, some dates, some addresses that I hadn't covered. So I've got 3 little envelopes here. And this one's wrapped in this envelope. And I think this may have been from Etsy. I cannot remember. But it is just the one envelope. well, the one letter. But it has several pages. So this is page 1, 2, 3, and this is 4 and 5. And obviously they've realised that they're running out of space and they've started writing in little areas that they have left, which is brilliant. That is awesome. So this one is from does it have a date on it actually? The 24th of the 6th, 43. So 1943. That is the date there actually. So like I'm shaking trying to open this because I don't want to to damage it any more than it already is. I love that they've given me a little sleeve to keep it in so that it is well protected. It's really handy. So we've got another envelope here. I wasn't sure if it was like going to stop there or not. So I've got a little tiny envelope, and this is from the 2nd of August 1915 at 12:15 AM. That's pretty kind of funny because obviously it's the 2nd, so my mind works that if you just put a 1 there, you would have the same as the time. But yeah, that's how my brain works. So this is going to a Ted. Again, you can see that it's been left in this folded state for a while because it's so creased, it's difficult to open it. And then here we have is that the middle? Yeah, I thought that was another sheet of paper that I hadn't opened properly, but no, that's just the crease. So this is from 1915 as well. And it looks like another letter, just without the envelope. Beautiful, beautiful paper. And then in this one, I have an envelope. And inside we have the letter. And this is from 1942. And I've written out a graph. paper, and it looks like it's actually been torn out of like a jotter, so it's probably been someone's old school book. And look at this, looks like someone's dropped something on it, or it looks like a big X actually, like a big cross. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera or not, but it's like a big cross right there, where someone's, I don't know what they would have done to get that. Maybe a pot holder. Do you know how you get those metal pot crosses that you put on the worktop so that you don't burn the worktop when you put a pot down? It might have been something like that was placed on top of it. But I have no idea. Oh, we've got something else in there. His photo. Oh, this is, I remember, this is actually from the war. Well, duh, 1942. Yeah, so this is actually a soldier sending a letter home. So this was the soldier here. I'm looking to see if he's signed his name at the bottom. Yeah, but I cannot read that. I think it's in German, if I remember correctly as well. So I can't remember. But yep. And then we have some more letters here. I love when you get them and they're like the card. So these are from 1942 as well. And I believe they're all, sorry about that, my phone rang. Yeah, I think I was saying that I think these are all written by the same man, just over a period of time. So I don't know if he made it home or not after the war. I certainly hope so. But he certainly had someone worth writing to. And they're all from the same year. Okay. So in here I have a couple of books as well. Wow, my voice cracked there. I'd ordered out with this order. So this one actually I got from Amazon. I put it on pre-order because it wasn't in stock at the time, and it just kind of happened to arrive at the same time as everything else here. And it's basically a book of old advertisements, which I thought was absolutely amazing. So it's just chock-a-block full of advertisements for pretty much everything you could possibly need ever. And I just thought it was really cool. So yeah, I did get this on Amazon. I'll try to leave a link below, but like I said, they didn't have it in stock when I ordered it, and it was basically, we'll send you it when it gets back in. So this is a Sears Roebuck and Co. Consumer's Guide. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I've ordered another book that I love the cover of this, which is why I ordered it. And I've ordered another book that I love the cover of, and I've got one waiting to buy in my cart. So I want to make sort of like journals using these. I'm not sure if I'll keep them the same size or if I will use recreate the spine. I absolutely love the covers and the way they've been painted, and just, I hope that's coming up on camera. I'm trying to kind of tilt it towards my lights back here, so maybe if I do this. It is just so beautiful, and I think that may even be the Taj Mahal in the back. which, if you know me, I love the Taj Mahal. I think it's one of the most beautiful buildings ever made, and I would very much love to go see it one day, hopefully before it sinks. And look at the page edges, actually. Can you see that? And the corners have all been dunted, and it has definitely been well loved. That's the back of it there. So this, I think, was a present. It's got someone's name written there. And they've literally stamped it everywhere on the book, so they definitely did not want to lose this. An old map. So let's see if I can see where it was published. Nope. But it's got lovely illustrations kind of throughout. I don't know if I'll actually be able to bring myself to take this book apart now. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the age on the pages, like the age patina, I think it's called, is just gorgeous. Yes, the Taj Mahal. Isn't she beautiful? And such a lovely story. Well, I mean, it's got a death in it, so it's not lovely, but it's a beautiful story. But she's beautiful. And again, this was bought separate from this box as well. These are flashcards, and again, I was told vintage, but they've not been opened, so I'm wondering if they actually are vintage. Let's see. Oh, wow. These are actually like chipboard. I think that's the thickness of them. But look at that, that's gorgeous. It's got a little clear belly band kind of holding them in place. But yeah, they're really sturdy. But look at these, oh my goodness. I'm like mad that, well, they are slightly vintage, you can tell by the colouring, the way that they've been painted and things like that, but they're not very old. But these are just so cool. Oh, I don't know if these are vintage or if they've just been, the paintings that they've copied have been vintage, which is probably the case. Pop those off to the side. Yeah, I'm very happy with those. And now we're on to the photographs. Let's see, we've got several different sizes. But these are all vintage photographs. So we've got flashcards here, 120 word cards, and 126 word cards. So they're 2 different sets. So let's have a look. You can tell that these ones are definitely vintage. These are definitely a lot older than the other ones, which I'm glad about. So I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, or we'll be here forever. But I love that. They've written on them. That is brilliant. So that's it. Very happy with those. Okay, since we're kind of on a photo kick, I thought I would grab the photo frames that I have, photo albums that I have purchased. So I've got 3 large photo albums here, and then there's a little one inside here as well. So again, I'm going to do the same. I'll put this to the side for a reason actually. I was trying to kind of show you, this is like a photo corner. So you would slip your, this would have been attached to a page at one point, I'm assuming, but you would slip your picture in like so, and it would hold it in place. So that's what I was trying to show you when I was showing the other photos. But yeah, again, I'm going to shut my app and go through these rather quickly, just because there is obviously quite a lot. So hopefully you don't mind that. So we have another box here with another bunch of bags and such popped inside it. This is the other book that I was talking about that I've ordered, that I'd been thinking about making into a journal. And just how beautiful is this cover? It is just gorgeous. And it's got gilded pages. Oh, it's just beautiful. And this is 1909. Wow. Look at those pages. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I don't even think I've got the guts to gut this. Now that I see it, oh, it's just stunning. I'm an absolute book lover, so taking pages out of a book is already like tearing parts of my soul away. I can't imagine taking pages out of this book. Oh wow, look at that. Well, I got that right. Handsome books. To my husband. Oh. This was a gift to someone in 1909. How amazing is that? And you can actually see the old binding method. Can you get that? I don't know if that's coming up in the camera, but you can see the cheesecloth like material and the strips from the spine binding. And you can even see where they've hammered the spine into its rounded shape. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Actually, it's quite big compared to my other journal, my other book that I got. It's quite a bit bigger. So again, I got that on eBay. This package here I got from Etsy, and it is vintage and antique laces. And how gorgeous is this? This is 2 bundles, if I remember correctly. So apparently it is all vintage and antique laces, although this looks rather modern. But I might be wrong. Oh look, and she's popped a little bag of buttons and bows and tiny appliques in there as well. That is so cute. I'm actually waiting on an order of vintage buttons in this sort of shade coming, so that's handy. I've got this beautiful white trim here. Some twine. This is a sort of ivory creamy colour. This is the very same as the white one there, but it's more of a beige yellow. More of that white there as well. Some ribbon. Really lovely laces, but not one of them is vintage, so I'm a bit disappointed in that. This is the shop I got the laces from. It's called Little Stitches, and it's on Etsy and apparently on eBay and Facebook as well. Like I said, that was 2 lots, and both lots were exactly the same, so there was 2 of every lace there. I was going to pop these straight in beside my vintage laces, but they're not vintage, so I'm not going to do that. I've got that little bag off to the side actually. So I'm just going to pop them in here. Because I do have my chest there for the vintage laces that I kind of brought over specifically to put them in. But I'm not going to put modern laces in there because that's not where they go. And I have this package here from eBay. And these are more flashcards. And these are mathematical ones again. So you've got your divide, your plus, your times, and your minus. And I'm going to just open one because I'm going to assume that they're pretty much the same, but you can definitely tell that these are more aged than the last mathematical ones I opened. Yeah, definitely. And they're double-sided as well, which is pretty cool. Sorry about that, the postman came. But yeah, happy with those. So I'm just going to pop these back in here. I may even call it a day after maybe this package and make a part 2, because I'm pretty sure some of the packages that just arrived are the ones that I wanted to open with you guys as well. So yeah, and this is my other order from Etsy, and this is again vintage lace trims and doilies and stuff, and she's put a little thank you with some more vintage lace trims, which is awesome. And these I can tell right away are vintage before even opening it. So I'm much happier with that. It was her last bundle, so I'm very glad that I was able to get it. I cannot remember the shop off the top of my head, but I will link both below if I can find the links. But yeah, much happier with this. Don't get me wrong, the other laces are pretty, it's just not what I was expecting. Trying to unfold this. There we go. And she's just popped them on this really pretty card stock. So I'm just going to grab my little chest. My little sister got this for me for my Christmas or birthday one year, and I love it. Oh, I'm going to open this one as well actually. And she's gave me a little thank you, which is so cute. Banging my can there. And then she's given me these little handmade paper flowers, which are lovely. Got a bit of lace edge on there. Pop those to the side as well. And then some little snippets of vintage lace. This one's quite a large one actually. So thank you. Very happy with that. Again, I will try to remember to put the links down below. If I do forget, feel free to remind me in the comments. So this is my chest of wonders. I just keep all my vintage and antique lace trims. I literally did just organise it. Well, except that that's tea-dyed something or other. Seam binding. I did just tidy this, but then Lorree sent me some vintage trims and I popped them in on top. So they weren't popped in neatly, I guess you could say. So I just wanted them to go where they're meant to, so that they didn't end up in amongst my other laces. I do have a video of me opening the Happy Meal Lorree sent me. I will try to link that down below as well. How cool is that? Where she put these in a really cool sort of flipbook style when she sent them to me. I absolutely love them, Lorree. Thank you so much. I will hoard them forever. But yeah, so this is my little box of treasures. And this is where these laces shall go. And yeah, that's just tea-dyed seam binding that I kind of popped in there out the road at one point and forgot about it. But I love my chest. Okay, so we have more photo slides. Yay! I just went and grabbed my box. And I shall pop these in here. But yeah, there'll definitely be a fair few of these in my Ephemera packs that'll be coming to the shop as soon as I've made them up and photographed them. I had hoped to have a shop update at the 1st of March, but it's just not happened, so it'll be probably the 1st of April, if not thereabouts. But hopefully not too long a wait. And I think we need a bigger box than that. Blimey. But yeah, I think I'm going to have a part 2 to this, because I've still got another box and a few other packages to go through, and then what arrived today. So yeah, I don't want you to be bored to tears, and I need to go have a sit down for a good half hour. So I will come back with part 2 as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to say hi down below, and I'll see you all soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.